Hello and welcome back to the channel. Because the world is facing some very tough times right now, I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be shopping at places like this. They actually have Salvage grocery outlets. And first of all, I'd like to say thank you to the viewer who shared the story with me. But anyway, they have Salvage grocery outlets. And they sell things that are dented, dated, or discontinued. Okay, for dated, that simply means something that might be expired, right? You know how they have that sell by, good if purchased by, or good if used by. They are actually selling these things. Now, I've known this for a while because a lot of grocery stores actually have a section where they will have old bananas, old fruit, or things that are outdated or dented, just like what they're saying. But there are some whole grocery stores that are dedicated to nothing but dented, dated, and discontinued produce. So let's get into this. So on Yahoo News, it says, in a world where a jar of peanut butter costs $1 more than it did last year, and the price of a gallon of conventional milk inches up to $6 in some cities. Paying $1.49 for a family-sized box of crispy rice cereal can seem like a good idea, even if it's August and the cereal is dyed red and green for Christmas. So what they're saying right there, some folk, they willing to buy that Christmas box of cereal because times are getting tough. So of course, a lot of people are going to be making these kinds of choices, y'all, right? So it says, at the Salvage store, a deal is a deal. With grocery prices 13.1% higher than a year ago, according to the Consumer Price Index for July, a new batch of customers has discovered the joys and pitfalls of shopping at Salvage food stores, where a crushed box is never a problem. Package dates are mere suggestions and questionable marketing attempts. Hostess Snowball flavored coffee pods. Oh my goodness. All right. I never heard of that, but I'm pretty sure that some people love them. Okay, so it says the stores which traffic in what mainstream food retailers call unsellables operate in a gray zone between food banks and big discount chains like the German import Aldi or Dollar General, which has grown to more than 18,000 stores. With names like Sharp Shopper, the Dented Can and Stretch a Buck Salvage stores have long been a salvation for families on tight food budgets and the naturally thrifty. Adventurous shoppers looking for bargains use them for culinary treasure hunts. Now, the inflation weary are joining their ranks. Maggie Kilpatrick, a food blogger and cooking teacher in St. Paul, Minnesota, with celiac disease, visited a Salvage store for the first time in June after the cost of her favorite gluten-free products skyrocketed. Someone in a gluten-free Facebook group mentioned a Salvage store about 20 miles away. So again, if you're trying to eat healthy, it's even more difficult for you than it is for someone who eats regular, right? Like my husband and I, and some of us, we eat gluten-free, but the rest don't eat gluten-free, right? Or they will, but it's not something that they choose to do or have to do, right? But we certainly see a difference in price when you're trying to purchase something that's gluten-free versus something that's made of wheat, right? Definitely a difference in price. So I get how that can be of great concern to someone who is trying to make different choices when it comes to eating. So back to the article. It says, I was shocked, she said. There was lots of gluten-free, organic, high-quality stuff that you never thought you would find in this dumpy little store in Friedley, Minnesota. A package of 2 baguettes from a company she loves usually sells for about $6.99. She picked up 3 packages for $5. Vegan butter was $1.99. about $5 less than she would pay at Whole Foods Market. So that's a big deal right there, y'all. Something that's $5 less. So vegan butter, $1.99. So she was paying, wow, $6.99. That's incredible. That's an incredible discount. And so I can definitely see where something like this is going to take wings. The economy is pushing for this. It's pushing for this, and a lot of people are starting to feel the pinch in the pocket. Some people not as much as others, but it is what it is. Everyone is going to begin to feel the pinch in the pocket. So the woman goes on to say, I can see how people get hooked on it. Many of the stores are small, and some don't use checkout scanners or take credit cards. So getting a complete picture of nationwide sales is a challenge. An analysis of 405,101 receipts submitted by consumers to the consumer reward app Fetch showed the number of households shopping at Salvage stores in the first half of this year was more than 8% higher than a year earlier. The manager of Dickey's, a small chain in North Carolina, said sales were up 36% from last summer. Other store managers reported double-digit increases. I've been seeing a bunch of people come in who haven't been here before, said Nicholas Duke, 27, who manages what had until recently been called the Price is Right in this tourist-friendly city in the Blue Ridge Mountains. Okay, so there's a lot more to read in this article. I don't need to read all of it. If you want to finish the story, it can be found on Yahoo News. Also, the New York Times. I just wanted to get the gist of the story out to my listeners that a lot of people are being forced. They're literally being forced into making this decision, or the decision to buy dented, dated, or discontinued items, right? As one woman stated in the article, the food that she normally gets from Whole Foods had just gotten so expensive she couldn't afford it anymore. The gluten-free bread, right? So expensive that to be able to find it much less at this place for her was a godsend. So as the economy worsens and inflation goes up and up and up and up, we are going to see more people shopping at the Salvage Prices Right, bang for your buck stores if they are in your area. But even if you don't have one that's dedicated to specifically those things, you can still check your local grocery stores. Many of them will have a section of food that are dated. And I'm talking about not really the big chain stores. I haven't seen anything like that at places like Walmart, but other little mom and pop operations. If you go in those kinds of stores, you just might, these are like your neighborhood community stores, you just might find that little salvage corner of items that are outdated. So anyway, I am done with this story. In the comment section, share your thoughts, especially on your community. What are prices like? What are things getting like in your community? Share your thoughts in the comment section. As always, keep it tight and keep it right. But until next time, we're out. We hope you liked today's topic. Please leave your comments below. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, share it like this video, and with that, we're out. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.